an Overwatch team on the eastern side, a sniper team, a javelin team, and a machine gun team. And we inserted early in the morning, 4 a.m. or so. And right off the bat, there was some skirmish gunfire that occurred. And then as the sun rose, it got real quiet. There was nothing. Started seeing all kinds of activity, signs that the enemy had been there. We were identifying caves as the guys continued to push through the valley. We had a hard extract time of, I don't know, right before the sunset or something. So they were like, you have to be done by this time because the aircraft were all stacked up for other missions. So they're like, in order for us to pick you up, you have to be ready to go and extracted by this time. So it's late in the day. It's like 4 p.m. We're like, all right, let's finish our push and we're going to have to wrap this up. When the guys on the ground in the valley, they had at this point made it right to that T intersection at the north side of the valley. And as they made that turn, they ran into Taliban fighters and they started to get into a pretty good gunfight. They turned and started to push, and they found, quite a few fighting positions in a rather large Taliban force. Some of the guys had started to fall back towards the extract point. So because of it was probably at least 1,000, 2,000 feet down in the valley below the ridgeline. So the guys that had moved back no longer had positive communications with the guys on the ground. I was still forward with our team, and we had good comms. So I'm now relaying between the guys on the ground and headquarters, which is back behind us, which was our XO and my chief, who we did not get along with, my senior chief at this point. So at one point, guys get into big gunfight, and my OIC, who was down there, basically called back and said, hey, we need immediate reinforcements. So this is where ego, arrogance, and really, I wanted to get in the fight. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the pure truth of the story. And that's a really dangerous thing, if you don't really think through that. I mean, it's one thing if you want to get in the fight and everything's lined up and you should be. It's another thing if you don't think through it. And I didn't really think through it. I was just like, fuck it, I'll be the cavalry. Let's go. They need reinforcements. I'm the closest one. I got comms. Let's go. So I told our machine gunner, I said, hey, you and me, we're going down there. We're going to go support these guys. Because already our snipers and the guys with the javelin had moved back. So it was just him and I forward because we were doing the comms relay. So I called back and told my senior chief what we were doing. And he was like, fuck no, do not do that. And I was like, fuck you, and went. Dropped down into that valley, and as soon as we dropped off, we lost all comms.
Shit.
So here we are moving down into this steep valley, into this unknown position. We got guys in a gunfight. We're now an unknown maneuvering force. It was a terrible, terrible decision on my part. And we're super lucky. We're super lucky that we did not encounter Taliban forces on the way down that didn't smoke check us, or some cave that I didn't even notice that we get down below and they just could have smoke checked us without us ever even seeing them. So we finally get down to the bottom, and I'm trying to maneuver, and the comms come back up, and at this point they're like screaming into the radio like, where the fuck are you? I'm like, I'm down in the bottom of the valley. And they're like, we are trying to call in an airstrike. We don't know where you are. Get your ass out of the valley right the fuck now. So I kind of realized, I think I fucked up. And I said, hey, we got to get out of here. So scampered back up the north side of the valley, got up. One of the helicopters picked us up. In that time that they recovered us and knew where they were, they called in an airstrike on this large fighting position that the Taliban were fighting on, dropped a whole bunch of bombs on that. They had one Afghan commando that had been shot up, so they got him medevaced out. Our guys were okay, but everybody kind of reconstituted on the north side of the valley at this point. But at this point now it's late. So we've missed our extract. On top of that, on the way the helicopters were in, one of our helicopters got shot down.
Shit.
So we lost one of the helos on top of this restricted airflow. So they were like, hey guys, you're there for the next several days.
Holy shit.
So we
How long had that gunfight been going on?
I mean, it probably lasted 4 or 5 hours, I would say.
So did you guys even have, I mean, obviously a lot of ammo had been expended.
only the guys down in the valley didn't have ammo. The rest of us obviously reconstitute. But when I got to the top of that valley, dude, like the cold shoulder, like guys looked at me like, what the fuck is your problem?
Hey everybody, I'm Shawn Ryan. Click here to subscribe to the Shawn Ryan Show YouTube channel for the hottest and most compelling interviews that you will not see anywhere else. I've also made a playlist of all the previous SRS episodes so they're easy to find. You can find that right here.